everybody. I'm Frank Kalman, Senior Editor of Workforce Magazine, also moderator of Workforce Live. We're a pleasure to have Mariah DeLeon here with us this afternoon. Mariah, how are you doing?
I'm great, Frank. How are you?
Doing well. So Mariah will be speaking at our San Francisco stop, which is on September 9th at the Ritz-Carlton. Mariah is the VP of People at Glassdoor, the employer reviews website. And she'll be talking about the importance of emotional intelligence. Is that right, Mariah?
That's exactly right.
So before we get into some of the content of your talk, give us a little bit about your background in HR. How did you come into HR, and what stops did you make along the way before coming to Glassdoor?
Sure. Well, I've been in HR for over 20 years, always in software. I love software and software professionals because I love the innovation that happens in a software company. So I was at 3 or 4 different high-tech companies before finally landing at the world's most awesome company.
Awesome. So your talk is kind of focusing on the importance of emotional intelligence. For our audience members who maybe don't know what emotional intelligence is, what's your definition?
Sure. Well, I'm going to frame this and tell you one of our values, and that is we say that EQ is as important as IQ. And EQ is code, if you will, for emotional intelligence. So you know what IQ is, right? Because you have a job description and you know what it is that you have to do. It's really the thinking intellectual part of who you are. But a lot of companies maybe don't yet care as much about the emotional side of the job description and how you interact with people. So we say that the what is the job description and the how is how you interact with people. And emotional intelligence is actually the ability to be emotionally wise in your responses with people.
So what are some ways that HR practitioners can sort of start to inject some more EQ into how they train people?
Well, I can tell you at Glassdoor what we have is a 2-day course where we put all of our employees through emotional intelligence training to help them understand what it really is and how it applies in the workplace. So I would say reading a book on emotional intelligence is a good way to start, and it doesn't have to be super complicated. So what I want to do when I speak at your conference is talk about 5 simple things that you can do to incorporate emotional intelligence into your workplace so that it doesn't feel overwhelming or impossible to bring in.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to hearing your talk on September 9th in San Francisco. So before we let you go, what is sort of a fun fact about you, something you like to do outside of work? I know you live in the Bay Area, so maybe it's something outdoorsy or maybe it's not. I don't know. What is something you do for fun that speakers or our audience can look forward to learning about you?
I've been belly dancing for 25 years. So
wow.
I'll be happy to show people how to do a hip shimmy.
Wow, that's so cool. How did you get into that?
A friend said, hey, I know how to do this. And I'm like, I'm born and raised in the Midwest. I have no idea how to do this. And she said, don't worry, I'll make it safe. I'll make it fun. And so now I like to do that for other people too.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Mariah, for joining us today. We look forward to hearing your talk on September 9th. And if you're in the Bay Area, be sure to check out Workforce Live coming September 9th to the Ritz-Carlton.
Thanks, Frank.